Good morning and welcome to Morning Pulse, the pulse of Nigerian politics, right here on Active Citizens. My name is Sharon Enemchuku, and joining me in the studio, I have with me Mr. Daniel Sacramento and Ifoma Oji. Good morning. How are we doing?
Good morning.
How are we doing?
Morning. We're doing fine.
All right. And you?
I'm doing fine. I see you guys didn't miss me.
Oh, I was about to say
in the studio yesterday. Mr. Sacramento, you didn't call me.
I didn't miss you, no.
Wow. That says a lot.
But I called you.
Yes, you did call me.
Because somebody I called, her phone is not good. Didn't I call you to remind you?
Yes,
I didn't call.
Me. Well, thank you. Okay, I can see.
You're welcome. You're welcome. We missed you.
Thank
You're welcome. All right, now we're going straight to the stories that we have for today. First, we're starting off with President Bola Tinubu that has reportedly directed the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Mahmood Yakubu, to proceed on immediate leave. The decision is linked to claims of disloyalty to the ruling All Progressive Congress APC. Over in Akwa Ibom State, Governor Umo Eno is receiving public praise from FCT Minister Nyesom Wike after allegedly stepping away from the People's Democratic Party. The move raises new questions about the future of PDP and its unity. Meanwhile, in the southwest, Osun State has made its official complaint challenging the federal government on how local government funds are being disbursed. The state government has written to the federal government demanding answers on what it considers overreach. And just to lighten things up, we are seeing a video from the Vice President Shettima as he joins world leaders for commemorative ceremony. And in that video, he just cracked up and said a lot of things that people are reacting to online. But before we get into that, we're going to take our major story, which is the issue of the president allegedly forcing the INEC chairman to go on leave, even though his tenure is expected to end in November. Now, there are a lot of reactions now, and there are some comments on X that we are going to be taking a quick look at. But before that, Mr. Daniel, there are so many stands on this. People are saying, is it that maybe the chairman has decided to do the right thing? Or is this a situation of them trying to cover up the fact that some people or a lot of people feel that the 2023 election was just a scam?
Okay, thank you for the question. Tinubu directing the INEC chairman Yakub Mahmood to immediate proceed on leave. It's a normal thing in civil service. He's retiring in November, so he has to proceed on leave, and that's how it's done naturally. In civil service rule, he needs to leave before the actual date.
But why did they say that he betrayed APC?
Well, that's is a write-up because APC is the highest beneficiary of Mahmoud's how do I put it, corrupt generosity. They are the highest beneficiary. You saw the last election he conducted, we saw all the discrepancies that was meted in all of them. We saw how he upturned the people's wish in favor of the ruling party. And if APC comes out now to cry wolf, then it means they are not telling themselves the truth. We all know what Mahmoud did. Everybody, even a child that is unborn knows what Mahmoud did, because he really turned out to work for the ruling party, to against the people's wish. That's not what we wished. So coming up now to give us a write-up saying he betrayed APC. Please let them not fool us. We are too big for this, their attitude. They would have said he betrayed them in 2003. Then maybe, in 2023, maybe it have been the best headline. Well, not coming out in just 2 months to end his tenure. You are coming to tell us that Mahmoud betrayed. They are talking to themselves, not us.
Now let's also take a few at the pulse of what Nigerians are saying on X. Now, Somola says, Nigerians, you came out for Natasha. Please come out for this man. Tinubu wants to remove him and put someone loyal to him. So when election comes, even if Peter Obi wins by 99% margin, he still gets announced as the winner of 2027 election. Think, please, and fight, fight, fight. All right. Mezia says, Yakubu conducted the most fraudulent election in the history of Nigeria.
Wow.
Tinubu's emergence as the president of Nigeria was nothing but an unforgivable act of fraud against Nigeria and the Nigerian people. So no matter how hard Tinubu and his cronies tried to repackage Yakubu and sell him back to Nigerians now that his evil contract with them is over, we won't fall for that old gimmick. When a con man dies, a con man will bury him. Colony man die, colony man bury him. Candid Truth says, you must shall write something sensational, not minding whether it is true or false, just to fill up your pages and draw attention. Professor Mahmoud Yakubu tenure expires on November 25th, 2025. That is less than 2 months away. Isn't it normal for him to step aside and allow another chairman to come in and prepare for all the main tasks ahead? Different opinion. Justice says, gullible Nigerians. This is a strategy aimed at manipulating your brains towards forgetting the many electoral havoc this man has caused and to sympathize with him. This is exactly what will happen. Yakubu will soon be seen as standing with the people. I hate our gullibility. And this is where we're going to stop for now as the comments that we're seeing on X. Now I'm coming to you, Informa. We've seen and we've heard some of these opinions that people have. A lot of people are saying that this is just the ruling party's aim to position Yakubu as a man for the people and make us forget what happened in 2023. Now, do you think that this is true, or is there chaos now between the living INEC chairman and the ruling party?
Should I say thank you? Thank you so much for...
You can think, you cannot think.
First of all, please, let's remove IN from INEC, because there is nothing related to independence in the whole thing. If an INEC chairman, I don't have a problem with him going for a leave, but this whole thing is coming at the point whereby, you know, we're hearing, you know, rumors that there is betrayal or anything like that, and that is why the president is placing him on leave before his final departure. I feel like I don't buy that, in the sense that why does it have to be the president that will bring someone,
the new chairman?
It shows that what these people are doing is just, you know, party politics, and not even, it doesn't even have to do with, you know, democracy or anything that concerns the people, and which is so sad, you know, to see or to hear about. And then again, concerning the one you talked about, Yakubu, is nothing related to the people. What happened in 2023 shows clearly who this man is working for. And just like they say, he who, you know, pays the piper dictates the tune. So he has danced his own dance during election. There is nothing connecting him to the people, or him trying to pose as the savior for the people, or maybe he's realizing that he committed a lot of atrocities during 2027 election. My dear, there's nothing like that. There's nothing like that. Please let him go. But my pain right now is that the person that they are bringing into position as the new INEC chairman, that's the speculation or the rumors, is the man that has tainted reputation in the past.
All right, we can only find out as time goes on. Now, if truly Yakubu Mahmoud wants to, for some reason, turn a new leaf, and now he wants to correct his mistakes, Mr. Daniel, what do you think will be the first thing he should do? Should he come out and tell us exactly what happened in 2023, or moving forward?
Your question is asking me as if I am Mahmoud's son.
Yeah, maybe you can advise him.
I'm not advising Mahmoud. Mahmoud, number one, you might not think he has done anything wrong. That is the truth. Mahmoud wouldn't see it as if he has, you know, destroyed the feelings of the Nigerian people. Because he believes he only came to do his job and to benefit the people that he needed to benefit. Then I need to clear something. Like I said ab initio, it is under the president prerogative right to appoint who is going to be the INEC chairman, then sends to the Senate for ratification, for them to approve. It is the powers under the power they are giving to him. So that's why.
Is it fair?
But do you have any opinion on that?
No, that's why I'm telling you, a lot of appointments, a lot of powers the executive have, it's not called for. Because definitely, if it were in a very sane country, we might have swallowed and say they are doing the right thing. Now, that's why I say there is nothing independent about INEC. There's nothing independent about them. You see, because this is, the INEC has become a tool or an office that if you are in a particular party, you are with the president. If you are not, INEC comes after you and make sure you don't return. So it becomes a very sorry situation in the country. Because the president appoints INEC chairman, the president appoints custom, everything that are both paramilitary and every security chiefs. So it doesn't come naturally from the body. It comes from, it doesn't come through recommendation. It comes from what the president believes in, or whosoever he feels like Egbe Tokun, who is the Inspector General of Police, supposed to have retired since 3 years ago.
I know they said the Inspector General worked with Tinubu.
He worked with him, yes. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So it's time to pay him pension and gratuity. So that's what they are doing. So you see, we do not have, the constitution in Nigeria favors a particular set of people.
Yes.
It favors a particular set of people and comes against the poor with a sledgehammer.
Yes.
So that is the issue. On a normal, if we want this country to flourish, INEC should not be under the presidency.
Exactly.
It should be a body of its own.
Yes, independence. It should represent that.
CBN is being appointed by the president. So he plays the tune. Every stake, every major thing comes from the president. So it becomes a problem to move the country forward. So they are not independent of themselves. They only take instructions from the executives.
From the executive.
You understand? Yes. So it becomes a very terrible thing. So I'm not advising Mahmoud for anything, because number one, he came to do the job.
He was paid for.
He's being paid for. And Professor Mahmoud, all of them, and the whole professors we have today, majority of them are at fault. They are the one that upturned the will of the people. And they know. They all know that. So Mahmoud leaving in 2 months' time, or before 2 months, that let's just call it
2 months.
It's no longer 2 months, it's 1 month and now.
1 month and.
That is the normal procedure in civil service rules.
Okay.
Yes.
No, now to you, Ifoma, he mentioned something about our constitution favoring a certain group of people, mostly the elite and politicians. And I'm going to refer us back to a section of that constitution. Now, while as a governor, a sitting governor, you cannot be called for a criminal case. If you are sitting as a governor, EFCC cannot come and say, oh, we have some cases against you, whether it be criminal or whatever. That cannot happen as long as you're a governor. Now, apart from that, we've also heard from Mr. Sacramento how major positions, stakeholders are being appointed by the president. Now, we are asking and we are clamoring for electoral reforms. Do you also think that our constitution needs a change or a touch-up?
You know, I asked, was it 2 days ago? Who wrote the constitution in the first place? Because it's a big, I need to ask.
1999. We're using 1999.
Abacha wrote.
Yes.
I didn't, because I think I made some research about it, and I was hearing when Showore was talking about the constitution, that when he was in seat, that there was nothing like the constitution, that when the current system won the election, that nobody, brought forth the constitution, that it was later that they printed the constitution out. So I am still questioning on who wrote that particular constitution. And then I think that constitution needs to be amended.
Again,
to be honest, it needs to be amended, because I will say my truth, no matter whose ox is God. This man, the president, is not supposed to be the one appointing a body that is supposed to be independent. It is not supposed to be so. In a country that runs a democratic system of government, it's not supposed to be so. Had it been maybe like we run monarchy system of government, I would have said, okay, fine, the people have to obey the king, or they will not have to criticize the king. But this is completely different. Nigeria is completely different. It is so sad to hear and see, my dear.
It is sad to see and hear that this is what we have been subjected to as a nation and as a people. But we can just hope and see that, and hope to see a difference with how things are being run in Nigeria, and that cannot happen without us getting our PVCs and getting ourselves ready and prepped. Now, another equally funny thing that happened is just very ironic, is what happened with Governor Wike, with former Governor Wike and present Governor Umo Eno now, where they were commissioning a road, and Wike publicly praising the governor and his actions in the state, now also praised him for departing PDP, defecting from PDP to APC publicly. Now, this is a man that is a PDP chieftain. Is a card-carrying member of PDP, and everybody knows this. Now, somebody defects from your party to another party, and you are coming out in public to praise the person. Now, in his own words, he says now that the governor will be able to work with the Senate president, and that coalition will bring more development to the people of Abia State. And he also said, Akwa Ibom State, sorry. And he also said that union, that you should not be influenced by party loyalty now, that you should think about the better good of people, and which is why he's completely commending the transition from PDP to APC. Mr. Daniel, what is your take on that? Well,
PDP is an old ricketing vehicle. PDP is gone, as far as I'm concerned. I'm sorry to use that language, but PDP is gone. You see, PDP died the day they allowed the Minister of FCT to override all of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You see, they lost it. When they lost internal democracy, they lost the discipline that the party was known for. And I believe that the likes of MD Yusuf and Alex Ekweme, who formed the party, will be in their graves now, shedding tears, while they see their art-end vision being torn into shreds when it got to the turn of a man who has no stability in life, a man who talks from the two sides of his mouth, a man who has no integrity. And it's quite a shame, because when you see politicians in the Western world and you place ours side by side, you will see a lot of difference. You will see people who have come to serve, and you see people who have come to enrich they are enrich their poverty.
Yes.
Let me tell you, all these men you are seeing are all poor people. They are very, very poor. They're poor because any man who you see that is so selfish has a poor mentality, has a poor attitude, because he only, all the whole thing he believes in is money, money. He can't think outside that box. And that is why you see them grabbing things by their two hands.
So you can be rich in your pocket, but
and you are very poor. Yes. In fact, you are very wretched. That is it. Now, this sounds as it sounds PDP very, very right, and I believe that the likes of the chairman, the PDP governorship chairman, both Damagu and the Bauchi state governor are seeing what Wike is, how he's bringing down the party by the day. He's bringing down this party every minute, every second, and they are doing nothing. So he shows you people that the party is there. You heard that Saraki, the former Senate president and former governor of Kwara State, is moving to ADC as well. So he shows you that the party is gone. When the party fails to sanction the likes of Wike, what does he tell you? Wike is an agent to destroy PDP, and he has succeeded because PDP refuses to take the bull by the horn.
Yes.
Wike is not the founder of the party. He wasn't even among the founders of the party. He was only privileged to benefit from the party. If it was not the wife of the former president, nobody would have ended up as a local government chairman. That is the truth.
He denied that. I think there was.
He denied that it wasn't yet. You see, let me tell you, if it wasn't for President Jonathan, there would be no Wike. So when I am so surprised when he arrogates so much power to himself, arrogancy and so many things. You know, even though you do not want to be you are no longer in PDP. Why not just stay clear? Get into APC so that everybody will know you are there. No, but because he is there, he has an agenda. Yes, he has a mission, and that's to tell you the level of administration we have now. Look at Pastor Enon.
Yeah.
Who we felt that understands what party democracy, but he quickly jumped because he wants to come back to for second tenure. He jumped. Delta State, the same thing. In APC, Edo State is in APC already. You could see how the APC is trying to make Nigeria one party country. So it's a very terrible thing.
It is.
So we're not surprised whenever you see the likes of Wike's talk. It's so shameful because
it is.
In fact, PDP, I'm blaming them. The forefathers, the founders of PDP will be shedding tears wherever they are. Is to tell Nigerians and to tell PDP, it is time the powers that be or the people who claim they are still in PDP should sanction this man and let him know he's no longer a PDP member. And that ends it.
We are going to look forward to that because as it stands now, it seems they are afraid or scared of Wike. Now, to you, Ifom, I'm going to compare this to the next story that we're having and how it seems as though the present administration and the ruling party is trying everything possible to frustrate government or governance, people that are not in APC. Now, we are also going to compare this to what's happening in Osun State. Osun State has come out now to complain. They've written a almost 18 pages letter to the federal government complaining about how the fact that the allocations that are supposed to come to the local governments in Osun State, they are having plans now. The Attorney General of the Federal Republic is having plans now to give these allocations to ex-local government chairman, people that were previously sacked while they were local government chairman by the party. That is Osun State PDP now. And they said that this was done through legal proceedings. And now the federal government is planning to give this ex-local government chairman the allocations. Now, with what we are seeing in Osun State and with what Wike has come out to do and publicly praise someone that left his party, do you think that the ruling party is trying to weaken every other party that is not APC?
Yes, I think we are teetering towards a one-party system in Nigeria. But I wanted to say something before that. This Wike talk, anytime we are talking about Wike, I have this sudden boil in my stomach. I don't want to be hearing that man's name. It irritates me. That land grabber, that terrorist, he irritates me every time I hear his name. That's number one. And then number two, I feel that first story, because I didn't get to like comment on that first story. For me, it's more like, political opportunism that is being dressed up as development. That is what I'm seeing there. Because why is it that your party, you cannot effect development in your party? You have to hop to a different party just for development. Why is it that you cannot push development within your party? It shows you that for the fact that some people are not in a certain party, they are not entitled to a lot of things that comes with governance. It is so sad to see once again. And then concerning the second story about the remind me about the Osun State writing this into the and that they want to send money to the councillors instead of the people that this money we are supposed to go to. I think it is actually quite unfair. These Osun states have been going through, you know, a lot.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that, you know, the leaders, they are not APC members. It is extremely sad to see, and it shows, it goes a long way to show you how the system is extremely corrupt here in Nigeria, because it goes a long way to equally show that the Supreme Court or the court rulings does not matter in decision making. Because I believe that this story, it says that the courts have already, you know, sacked this set of councillors. Why is it that the federal government want to pay them? It is extremely unfair. It screams favoritism and, you know, preference.
Yeah.
Because these people are not in a certain party, you will treat them differently or like trash. It is sad.
It is sad. Now, Mr. Daniel, what is your take on it?
Okay. The truth about it is that Osun State is in a very serious quagmire, all because APC wants to take over the state.
Fire by force.
Yes, and that is why they're doing that. I'm so disappointed in the Attorney General of this country, Lateef Fagbemi, whom we thought is an activist, a man with a large sum of integrity. But it's quite unfortunate in the kind of stories that, you know, emancipates from his side. How can a competent court of jurisdiction sack people and you going back to pay them the allocation of the state? It shows a country that looks like Banana Republic, where everything goes, where there is no discipline, there is no will. It is what they want that they do. So everybody should just live their own kind of life. That's what we are saying. So it's a very big shame that this country, this APC, this what's it called? This administration of President Bola Tinubu is, you know, always coming to the headlines with a bad level of reports. It's terrible.
It is terrible.
It's not hard anywhere that a people that were sacked, they were the one that went to court.
Yes.
It wasn't as if Osun State government took them to court. They went to court.
Yes, and they won.
And they defeated them.
Yes.
And they were asked to leave. You now want to turn around to go and pay them.
It seems like the state doesn't have autonomy anymore.
Yeah, it seems that that's why we call it Banana Republic.
Okay.
So now, if something of that nature happens, we are finished.
It means that the federal government can just wake up one day and just give an order and it will stand.
Yes.
And that is not a democratic nation that would be practicing. Now, just finally, to wrap up all the stories that we have shared, there is a trending video where Vice President Shettima was at a ceremony for world leaders, and he made some bold statements that, I don't know, we'll decide if it is funny or not after we've seen the video.
I want you to continue believing in Nigeria, because the trajectory of global growth is facing Africa, and Nigeria will make or mar that transition. Of the 10 unicorns in Africa, about 8 are in Nigeria. Name some of them for me: Andela, Plutaweb, Moniepoint, Jumia, Ope. That's where the action is. Why do you have to go and waste your resources? Come to Nigeria. Our doors are open for business. We are ready for action.
All right, we just saw that video where he said that we are ready for action, and he went on to mention some organizations. He said, you know, trying to portray Nigeria as being ready for business and partnerships. He said Flutter, mentioned Flutterwave, mentioned Moniepoint, mentioned Jumia. And my question is, most of these organizations he just mentioned, for instance, Moniepoint, are internationally funded. The Jumia that we are talking about, is it a Nigerian-owned company? Flutterwave, these are organizations that are standing on their own and don't really have the sort of government backing that they should. Now, going outside, going abroad to now say that we are ready for action, I don't have a problem with that. But now listing these companies, do you see any problem with that, sir?
Well, Nigeria is a home of theater act, where everybody wakes up and say whatever they want to say. But it's not a bad thing, because he's in diaspora. What do you expect?
Why are they always doing that to the outside?
What do you expect the vice president to do? To say Nigeria is bad? To portray Nigeria in a bad image? No.
Shouldn't it point them to that Nigeria
but the issue is that, he mentioned some vital companies that were just, that has made them on their own.
That's my point.
With their own sovereign. Nigeria has not given them a viable environment to trade. But these people have been paying through their nose, to make sure that they survive. The ticks are laying here. To plant a business in Nigeria, it's not an easy tax.
Yes.
The taxes, the lot of mago and all these things that you are going to pass through is not. Then the level of support from the government is zero. If there is a massive support in this nation, we would be competing with Chinese. Yes. I mean the Chinese country. We would have been competing with them. But because there is no government presence in so many of them, that's why a lot of companies have left Nigeria and moved to Ghana, moved to Rwanda, moved to South Africa.
ShopRite.
P&G has just left. ShopRite has left. Dunlop left. So many of them left. And GlaxoSmithKline has left. These are people who have been here for years.
Yeah.
So going abroad saying Nigeria is ready for this thing, it's not. I don't have issues with that, because that is what he ought to say. But we who are inside our hometown understands what is happening. So because we wouldn't expect him to go out in diaspora to portray Nigeria in a bag. It's going to be very, very terrible.
Don't you think that they're already doing that, even without them going out to say this?
No. The people they are they telling white people? No, they're telling Nigerians that are there to come back home. And those people have.
They're also world leaders that were present.
Those people have family members here. That's what you must understand. So no matter how they brand it to speak, everybody knows the truth. You've talked that the insecurity has not been properly treated. So I don't have issues with that, but the truth about it is that Nigeria, this present administration is not making things easier. So let them stop taking credits of Jumia and what's it called? Moniepoint, OP, all these people.
Yeah.
These people have been passing through dangerous challenges, and it's by the special grace of God that they are standing.
They are still standing. All right, just to wrap it up.
This set of leaders in this government, they are what they call ET, tabula rasa, to be honest with you. This set of persons, I don't know why every single time they go on, travels, or the rest of them travel outside the country to go and disgrace Nigeria. They've already disgraced Nigeria enough now. It is enough. You're telling them to come and invest, but you've not even invested in security. You've not tightened security. You've not improved a lot of things in the country. Inflation is still on the high rise. Why are you inviting them when you've not treated or tackled issues that are in the country? These people, I don't know why they keep on showing their foolishness and their ET every single place they set their foot on. It is appalling to see, to be honest.
At the end of the day, there's these things that you just see, and it's very, very annoying. But anyways, this is where we're going to call it a wrap on the show. Thank you to my analyst in person of Mr. Daniel Sacramento for joining us as always on the show. Always a pleasure. And to you, Ifoma Oji, for your contribution as always. We really appreciate that. And to our viewers, thank you so much for your support so far, for your likes, your comments, and your shares. I'm encouraging you to keep on doing that. If you are yet to follow us across all social media platforms, please do so. Find us across all media at Active Citizens, and also subscribe to our YouTube page. Now find me on my personal page on Instagram and Facebook at Sharon Enemchuku. And you?
You can find me on Facebook at Oji Sophia and on Instagram at Misselect.
And for Mr. Daniel, he's always in the studio. Till we see you this afternoon for Acid Day Hot, do have a good morning.